So he is plus 400. He is the third favorite for the Dolphins job. Now, the favorite is Harbaugh.
Wow.
Harbaugh is the favorite.
Yeah.
How much of a fave?
He was minus 200.
Oh, wow.
So he's the favorite. Mike McDaniel was second, the Niners offensive coordinator. And number 3 is Kellen Moore, a distant third. So your dreams may not come true if your dreams were Kellen is going to leave. So, who?
I just did my Mike Jones.
Oh.
My Mike Jones impression. Did you see that clip?
Yeah, that's why I said who.
Yeah.
That's how the song goes.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones.
That's
you were missing out in 2007, man. It was a party.
I tell you, I missed out on a lot of things. I missed out on a lot of things. But it's so funny. McDonald was doing a Zoom call, and one of the journalists was a guy named Mike Jones, and the guy introduced him. My name's Mike Jones. He goes, who?
McDaniel did?
Yeah, he did. He did. He goes, who?
Extra credit.
And it's funny. The guy goes, yeah, I know. He goes, go for it, man. What do you got? So yeah.
That's like the former news director down there at KRLD-AM, Paul Mann. And I would always say, how's it going, man? And,
Good joke. You did.
Yeah. Well, I'm
did
sorry.
Did he just look at you like?
I'm sorry. Yes, he did. Every time.
Did he just keep walking?
Yeah. He was great. He was super cool, dude. But yeah, he let me know with his eyes that he'd heard that joke about 40,000 times in his life. All right. So not likely, I think, is the takeaway on that, right? It would be a surprise tomorrow if Kellen Moore starts building momentum towards that job.
Yeah, the one thing is now all candidates are knocked out of the tournament. So that means, with the 49ers being out, you're out. And then we'll see. Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, is a huge Michigan donor.
Oh, he's a Michigan man.
He's a Michigan man. And he's come out and kind of said, listen, I don't want to be the guy that takes our coach away from Michigan. He goes, I don't want to be that guy. And so I kind of felt like, though, I was hearing some whispers about him, actually Harbaugh and the Raiders. That was pretty strong for a little bit. And then, but this Minnesota thing has gained a little traction too. So I would kind of keep an eye on Minnesota. Keep an eye on that. Do the Harbaugh brothers want to be in the same conference? With the competing against each other or that kind of thing. One being in the AFC East, other being in the AFC North. Do you want that to happen? So that was something that people were talking about.
Maybe, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking Gophers. I'm like,
no,
I don't know. Okay,
that's an interesting career. Promotion. I think that might be a demotion.
No.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the Minnesota Vikings. There's the new general manager there. He and Harbaugh have a relationship from when they were together in San Francisco.
Okay,
and so there might be some connecting the dots there. But if with Brian Daboll getting the Giants job, that at least opened the door for Kellen to have a shot. If you're interested in Kellen Moore moving on, if Daboll would have got that job with the Dolphins, that would have completely eliminated, I think, Kellen Moore from any opportunities.
I think what you do if you're Stephen Ross, and maybe this is why it's the Vegas favorite. I have a hard time imagining Vegas would have odds that are that askew of what's in reality. They do make mistakes, especially with stuff like this. There's surprises that are kept. But I think you say, well, if he's going to leave Michigan anyway, we might as well have him come to a Michigan man spot so at least we can keep him in the family, kind of.
Well, that's the whole thing. Ross is when his job initially came open, when they fired Brian Flores, the whole thing was that Harbaugh's going to end up in Miami. And Stephen Ross is like, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he really played it off like, hey, I love Michigan. He loves Michigan as much as he loves his football team. So, yeah, I think to me that's now that there's been some time has passed here, a few weeks, maybe you're in a situation now where it's a little bit different. Like Stephen Ross is like, okay, he wants to come here. What am I to do? Say no?
How would you guys handle it if you had your choice between those three guys? Who are you hiring?
I don't know McDonald that well. I know a lot of people. McDaniel is his name?
Yeah,
McDaniel. I'll say McDonald. I'm sorry. McDaniel. I don't know him all that well. I know his history everywhere he's been. He coached like in the spring league. I mean, he was like a lower level spring league coach. And then everywhere he's been, whether it's Atlanta, Washington, the 49ers, it's always gone with Shanahan. He's always been the guy that's gone along with Shanahan. So You have to respect that the guy's always kind of done well enough that, you kind of advance in some positions and stuff like that.
Is he adding to it or just riding the wake of Shanahan? That's what I want to know. Like, how influential is he? Is he a student that's becoming another teacher, or is he just like running?
You guys
Shanahan's?
have told me this, man. You guys said the crusty guys don't need to be coaching these football teams anymore. It's the younger guys. It's the guys that are a little bit more in tune to what's going on with the players today and how they operate. And, hey.
You need the right young guy.
Well,
and you can have the wrong old guy.
Yeah,
exactly. I think Andy Reid's a great old guy.
Yeah. The thing about, though, is, let's see what happens with Robert Saleh with the Jets. That was a 49er, left the 49ers, kind of a younger guy and all that. But this coach they're talking about, this OC there, they're saying he's got some special traits to him as far as, how the mental stuff, understanding the players and those types of things.
Well, yeah, maybe he would be the ideal guy. I'd need to be sold. I don't know that much about him either.
I really don't.
I think right now, if I just had to hire it on spot, how could you go away from the success that Harbaugh had at Stanford and San Francisco and then ultimately getting it figured out?
No question.
Michigan?
The best coach for the job. Well, I take that back. I shouldn't say that because I don't know. Harbaugh, he's had his day in the sun. He's had NFL success. Is he in tune with the players? Yeah, he's coming from the college ranks, but was he really in tune with the players?
I don't think so.
Michigan played a lot better. They got embarrassed. They got embarrassed in the playoff. Everybody's talking about Cincinnati and what Cincinnati did. Michigan was more embarrassing than what Cincinnati did. That to me. So I can see why Harbaugh might be getting tired of the NIL stuff, the transfer portals, things like that.